You know, this is another New Black World Order TV Productions. Chopper. What's up, homie? How you doing?
Peace, my brother. How you
All
feeling
right,
today?
I told you y'all I was gonna bring a heavy hitter through here. We got the founder of the Spiritually United African Nation with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Peace, brothers and sisters. I am minister. Some people call me Pastor Neal Jackson. I am the founder and pastor of the Spiritually United African Nation House of Worship. And what we are a spiritual body where we bring together all of our holy writings. The Medunetta, the Purim Haru, the Torah, the Bible, the Quran, the Codes of Hammurabi. We talk about the true spirituality of our ancestors and how we are to relate to those teachings in this day and time. Yes,
okay.
sir.
You are also an author, right?
Yes, sir.
Of how many books?
Actually, 3 books.
Okay, could you name them and also plug where could they get these books?
Yes, sir. I have 2 of them with me right now. The first book is entitled The Black Exodus, Return the Black Man to God. Right now it's out of publication. We're going to reprint that one. The second one is entitled The Blue-Eyed Beast.
Okay.
And what this deals with, if you grew up in the Christian church, there was a teaching that one of Noah's sons, Cam, whom they call Ham, was cursed and he turned black, which we know is a lie. But the Bible does speak of a cursed man, and it tells you it's the Caucasian, the European. And this deals with those scriptures and show you where it states that in the Bible. And the second book is, the third book, excuse me, is The Condemnation, 2 words, of the goddamn nigger. And what this deals with, brothers and sisters, what we are doing to ourselves.
Okay. And
what we have to do to change. Before we can fight the devil, we got to clean ourselves up. We can't fight the devil and fight internally as well. You know, so we got a war going on right now, but we're killing ourselves and we're trying to fight the enemy at the same time. And this is how the enemy has been defeating us over the years for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Okay, go in on that.
Sir.
Go in, stretch out on it.
So what we have to do, brothers and sisters, is recognize that we are one people. Regardless of what our religious beliefs are, our spiritual beliefs, our political differences, where we grew up, what part of town, what colors we wear, we're still one people. And we have one common enemy in mind and one common enemy at hand. We can't fight that enemy divided. We have to fight that enemy as a collective whole, because that's how the enemy have been fighting us for thousands of years. And that's what keeps the enemy in power. The simple fact that we are divided, and most of all, we conquer ourselves. So the enemy is not conquering us today. We're conquering ourselves through our own self-hatred and division. So we must unify and put our common differences aside and recognize that our children are the future. We're preparing for them, not for me and you, but for them. All right? Our time has come and gone, but the children are coming behind us. What are we giving our children? What type of tomorrow are they going to have? We don't love our nation enough to put our bickering aside and pull together as one unit, excuse me, that we can build a nation. That's what we must do. Yes, sir.
Okay, what year was the Spiritually United African Nation founded?
It was founded in the year of 1992. And we're on the south side right now of Richmond. Still a slow-growing process, but we're growing. And the reason being is because we are afraid of who we are. I grew up in the Baptist church. I was licensed and ordained in the Christian church. I like to tell people I've been whiteballed, not blackballed. Okay. I've been whiteballed by my brother ministers because of what I teach. I don't teach those biblical lies. I don't teach those scriptural lies. I don't teach those Christian lies. I teach the truth of what they call the gospel really teaches, who the people of the book are, and who we are today and how we are to relate to that. There's a lot of teachings in all of our holy writings that are far deeper than most people know or comprehend. So we try to bring those teachings out so that we can see that we are God's chosen people. We are the created people. We are, like Yeshua, whom the world called Jesus, we are God in the flesh. And we have to manifest the works of God. And if we don't manifest the works of God, there's no point you closing your eyes, extending your hands, looking to heaven, as they say, and praying to someone above you when the God that you serve is right there in the center of your chest. And as the Quran says, he's closer to us than our own jugular vein. So the God that we're looking for is already in us. That's why Jesus said, or Yeshua said, the kingdom of heaven is in you. And as some translations say, the kingdom of God is in you. So we have to understand we're God walking on this earth. And this earth belongs to us. Not just Africa, but the whole entire globe belongs to the black man and black woman, and we must take it back. But to do that, we have to come back to the knowledge of self.
Okay. What are some of the things that the Spiritually United African Nation is working on currently?
Right now, what we're working on programs in which we can go out, and I want to get with you on that, brother, to feed our brothers and sisters who are hungry, to clothe our brothers and sisters who are in need. We are setting up programs to help brothers and sisters who are looking for employment so we can better educate them on how to approach an employer, how to dress, how to speak, what to say, and what to do to better their chances of getting a job, because everybody can't do for self. Everybody doesn't have the knack to be an entrepreneur. Right. So we want to help those who are looking for some type of employment, but we are also working on growing, because our goal is to build a nation. Like everyone, we want to build a nation for ourselves. We want to open up businesses, establish businesses, and employ our own people. That's our highest goal, to put our people to work.
Do you think that separation is a key thing in our liberation?
Separation is a must. Okay. We must separate. We can never be a true nation under the oppression and submissiveness of another nation. So yes, we must separate, and we can do it, because both the Honorable Marcus Garvey and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad proved to us that we can build a nation within a nation and become successful. Marcus Garvey had a government. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad had a nation. So we can build a nation and still be successful. And truthfully, just as we buy from others, they will surely buy from us. It's being done in practice every day. Right. So separation doesn't mean hatred. Separation means that we recognize that we are people like everyone else, and that we too can govern ourselves. I preach and teach that separation is practiced by every race of people in America but us. You have the Latino community, the Korean community, the Chinese, the Arabs, so forth and so on. These people come together and they build community. Their money circulate amongst themselves. But anytime the black man or black woman speak about separation, we want to label it racist or hatred. Right. And that's what it's not. It is self-respect and love and doing for self, but it seems nobody wants us to do for ourselves. They want to keep us at the bottom of the barrel. So separation, yes sir, my brother, is a must. Okay. What do you think, how important it is that we open up our own schools and educate our own people? Again, that's key. Our children need to be educated by our teachers on many levels, especially the knowledge of self. But we find that when you study psychologically, black students respond better to teachers who actually can relate to their lifestyle and their understanding of living. We respond better to them because they know what we need. See, every people know what their children are in need of, and they are able to feed their child. Europeans cannot feed us the knowledge that our children need, because number one, they cannot relate to us, and number two, they do not want our children to excel. They want us to remain second-class citizens, and most of all, they want us to be second to their children. That's a fear that Europeans have all across the world. We need our own schools. Okay. How important is diet? Changing our diet? Very, very, very important. We, black people in America, we die of poor health more than any other people in this land. And it's because of that concept of what they call soul food, which is not good for the soul. We also consume more liquor, more tobacco. Of course, the drugs, you know, is heavy in the black community. But we have to change our diet, because the diet affects how you think. It affects how you grow spiritually. And as we know, it also affects how you grow physically. Okay. Diet is very, very important. So a bad diet, does that play a part in how we socialize with each other? Could it be a key component in some of the arguments, disgruntledness, conflicts? Right. It does, because see, your diet can either boost your spiritual level, meaning how you feel, your emotions and so forth, or it can bring it down. And if it brings it down, we wake up in a, like you said, disgruntled mood, an angry mood. Food affects your well-being. It can either boost it or it can tear it down. And when you tear it down, you have a low physical sense of balance. Then all the negativity arises to the top. Okay. And we're angry, we're bitter. That's why children today, when they go to school, most of them, because of poor diets, they go to school, they're tired, they're sluggish, they're angry, and they're ready to fight. We have a lot of that going on, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of it.
So a good diet will
produce a good day.
Okay.
Good vibes, good emotion, and good energy. We need to eat a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. We need to drink water, and we need to get enough sleep and exercise, which we don't do. And I'm not attacking anyone on their meats, but we need to stay away from, if you're eating meat, stay away from all the unclean meats, you know, like the pork, the shellfish, things that we should not be consuming. And I said shellfish because they're what we call our bottom feeders. They are the pigs of the ocean.
Right.
You know, they eat all the dead.
The scrubbers.
The scrubbers, yes sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brother.
So now, how important is real estate? Owning the actual community that we call in the black community. Because we call a lot of communities black, but it ain't owned by blacks.
Right. And I said we throw that word out loosely. Because we really don't have a black community. Because you just said it and I teach it, the black community is something you control, something that you own, and something that you produce. We have nothing in the black community as far as business-wise. We don't have enough black businesses in a black community to really keep the money circulating in the black community. So we're throwing this word around loosely. We need to invest in real estate. We need to own the property we live in. We need to produce businesses for ourselves, as well as, again, what we said earlier, build our own schools in our community. There's no reason black people here in Richmond, Virginia, that the black schools are shutting down.
Right.
No reason. We need to stop trailing behind Europeans when they move out and buy the property up.
Exactly.
That's what we need to do. Buy it up, build it up, beautify it, and make it our Mecca.
Okay.
Yes,
so
sir.
these questions that I ask you, or these subjects, do you deal with that in your books?
Deal with it in my books.
Okay.
We deal with it in our services. We teach it. I teach it 24/7. Every chance I get, brother, I'm on this. This is what I teach to the black community. I myself, me and my wife, we are entrepreneurs. We have our own business. I do my own publications, and we run Master's Touch Massage and Acutherapy, Eastern Massage. We also do personal training. I'm a former Kung Fu instructor, and I teach that on the side as well, and I'm teaching brothers and sisters how to get in business for themselves. And one of the hard things, brother, is getting black people to see that they can be successful in business. We have this fear.
Right. And we kind of hate success. We'll attack it.
We hate it, brother.
If you start being successful, they'll start attacking you.
And we have to understand that when you're in business as a black business owner, you can't just cater to us. You're a businessman, businesswoman. You got to open up your doors. Your money is green. If they make money off of you, you make money off of them.
Say that again.
If they make money off of you, you must learn to make money off of them.
Okay.
All right?
All right. And the next thing would be, how important do you think free speech will be in a black nation post-America? Because I try to ask that question because a lot of blacks and black organizations don't have a lot of happiness for free speech.
No, they don't.
And so how important is free speech? And how do you think that should look in a nation of our own?
In a nation of our own, it's well needed. We should welcome it. And one of the reasons we hate free speech is that slave mentality. You know, the African, the black man and woman in the past was never able to speak up for themselves without fear of death. We still have that sense of fear.
Right.
But it is very important because without free speech, we will never hear what needs to be said because we have leaders all around us. We have teachers all around us. And things need to be said and heard that we may learn to grow. You know, free speech is supposedly what built this country. All right? And if the European can use free speech to build his nation, surely we can use it to build our own. And it's very vital to us because most of the black men and women out here today, such as yourself, brother, who wants to speak up, the first people they send to us are other blacks.
Right.
To quiet you down and attack you
because of free speech.
Because of free speech.
Right.
Because we have important and vital information to get out to the community that can serve the community, that the community needs to make the community better.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
All right. So now, can we check those books out again, and also the titles, and where can we get them again?
Again, these are the two I still have. the blue-eyed beast and the condemnation of the goddamn nigga. And you can contact us at the Spiritually United African Nation House of Worship. Our number is 804-503. 804-503-6956.
Is there a web address?
The web address
email?
is, let me get it straight. S.A.U.N. Nation. I got it wrong. Hold on, let me get it from the Queen. S.U.A.C. Nation.
S.U.A.C. Nation.
S.U.A.C. Nation at Weebly. Oh. .weebly.com. Let me repeat that now that the Queen gave it to me correctly. SUACNation.weebly.com. Thank you, Queen.
All right.
Sometimes we need that black woman.
Where do y'all hold services at?
Our services
people come out to your service?
1618 Hall Street, and we're between Commerce Road and Coordin Avenue, in the 1600 block.
Okay.
Actually, we sit behind the Church's Chicken that's on the corner of Coordin.
So what if I'm a Hebrew Israelite? Can I come out?
Oh, you're more than welcome. Our service is here every Friday night at 7 p.m.
Okay. What if I'm a Christian? Can I come out?
Come out. We come from all the books.
Spiritually United
African Nation House of Worship.
No doubt.
We show how all the books say actually the same thing. There's no difference.
Mm-hmm.
We allowed the European to separate our spiritual belief into dogmas, but the books say the same thing. Maybe written and worded differently, but when you read it and study it, when it's presented, you say, wait a minute, hold on, it's saying the same thing. So we are no different. All right, we're one people. All
right, and I appreciate you coming out, Brother Neal.
I appreciate it, brother.
You're an elder in our community. You've been doing work. You was doing work in this community long before there was an internet or YouTube.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a lot of people just popped up when YouTube.
Right. That's
but
right.
you the brother that been around. I've known you since 1994.
Yeah, or a little earlier.
92.
Yeah, I think it was 92, 93.
Yeah, when you
sir.
first started out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no doubt. And I sure like the progress. I really like the authorship.
Oh, well,
so we're going to look at these books again. The Condemnation of the Goddamn Nigga by Dr.
Neal N. Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And that started out as a sermon. The condemnation started out as a sermon, but the Creator gave me so much to say I had to put it in book form.
Okay.
So you know how I preach, brother.
Yeah, I know. That's right, and we appreciate you coming out.
Thank you, brother.
This has been another New Black World Order TV Productions.
Okay.
Chopper.
Right on.
Black Power.
Black Power.
No doubt.
Sante.